Hey there, savvy shoppers and globetrotters. Ever felt frustrated with high exchange fees? Well, Wise is here to change the game. Wise lets you spend in over 50 currencies at the real exchange rate. That means more money for you to enjoy your travels or shop online guilt-free. It's fast, it's easy, and it's reliable. Say goodbye to hidden fees and hello to Wise. Don't miss out. Visit wise.com now, link on this video description, and revolutionize the way you spend. Your wallet will thank you. Hey there, chess champions and enthusiasts. Welcome back to our electrifying chess channel. I'm thrilled to have you here for another exhilarating session. Today, we have a special game lined up that's bound to keep you on the edge of your seats. So, grab your favorite chess set, get comfy, and let's dive right in. Today, we have a thrilling encounter between Equine_Nazir and Reverse Polarity Dagger 6. Let's dive right into the action. 1. F3 E5. White opens with a somewhat unusual move. 1. F3, known as the Barnes opening. Black responds with 1. E5, a classic and solid response. The Barnes opening is an unorthodox chess opening characterized by the initial move 1. F3. It's named after the English chess player Thomas Wilson Barnes, who was a prominent player in the mid-19th century. This opening is considered irregular and doesn't follow the classical principles of controlling the center with pawns or developing the knights early on. Let's break down this opening and discuss its ideas, strategies, and common tactics. 1. F3 E5. 1. F3. This move aims to control the e4 square indirectly, allowing white to prepare for a potential pawn advance to e4. It also opens up lines for the queen and bishop. 2. E5. Black immediately challenges white's setup by advancing the pawn to e5, contesting the center and preparing for potential piece development. Ideas and strategies. 1. Flexibility. Barnes opening provides white with a flexible setup. It doesn't commit to a specific pawn structure or piece development plan early on, allowing for adaptability based on black's responses. 2. King safety. By not advancing the central pawns early, Barnes opening aims to keep the king safe. This can lead to a slower, more strategic game. Potential tactics. 1. Exploiting weaknesses. If black doesn't respond accurately, white may seize opportunities to exploit weaknesses in black's pawn structure, especially around the e5 pawn. 2. Developing the pieces. Both sides need to be cautious about piece development. An inaccurate move can lead to potential tactics or threats. Variations. 1. D5. This move challenges white's center immediately, aiming to contest the e4 square. White can respond with moves like 2. D4, transposing into more familiar openings like the Dutch defense. 2. 1. G6. This fianchetto setup can lead to a King's Indian defense structure, where black aims for a counterattack on the king side. 3. 1. Nf6. This move prepares for a flexible development, allowing black to choose between various setups, such as the King's Indian defense or the Nimzo Indian defense. Implications. The Barnes opening is not as popular or widely played as more classical openings. While it provides a unique approach to the early game, it also comes with the risk of potentially falling into unfamiliar positions for both sides. Players using this opening should be prepared for a wide range of responses from their opponents. In summary, the Barnes opening is an unorthodox choice that can lead to interesting and less explored positions. It's a flexible opening that requires a good understanding of the resulting pawn structures and potential piece placements. Players adopting this opening should be prepared for a dynamic and less predictable game. Continue to the game. 2. C3 Nf6. White advances their pawn to c3, perhaps with the intention of developing the bishop to c2 or d3. Black responds by developing their knight to f6, controlling the center. 3. QB3 Nc6. White brings out the queen early, aiming to put pressure on black's position. Black, undeterred, continues with the development of their knight. 4. Kf2 D5. White's king moves to f2, potentially aiming for a safe kingside castling. Black, sensing the opportunity, pushes their d-pawn, opening lines and increasing control of the center. 5. Key3 Bf5. White's king takes an adventurous step to e3, but black isn't fazed. They bring their bishop to f5, aiming at white's vulnerable kingside. 6. d3 d4, a brilliant move by black. They strike at the center, disrupting white's pawn structure and gaining more space. 7. kd2 dxc3, black seizes the opportunity to capture, forcing white's king to move and gaining a more favorable position. 8. nxc3 na5, black continues their active play, bringing the knight to a5, targeting the vulnerable c4 pawn. 9. qa4 nc6, white attempts to apply some pressure with a check, but black calmly responds by moving the knight to c6, maintaining control of the center. 10. kd1 b flat 4, white's king retreats to d1, and black takes this opportunity to develop their bishop to a more active square, pinning the knight on c3. 11. e4 bxc3, black captures the knight on c3, leaving white with an isolated and vulnerable pawn on d4. 12. bxc3 bd7, white recaptures with the b pawn, and black reinforces their position by bringing their bishop to d7. 13. qc200, both players complete their development by castling on opposite sides. The battle lines are drawn. 14. ne2 b6, white's knight moves to e2, eyeing potential central squares. Black continues their development, bringing the bishop into the game. 15. h4 h6, white advances their h-pawn, perhaps with the idea of a kingside attack. Black responds by creating a luft for their king, preventing potential backrank threats. 16. g4 grams 5, white's g-pawn advances aggressively, but black counters with a pawn break of their own. 17. ng3 gx h4, white's knight moves to g3, aiming for an attack. Black captures on h4, opening up lines for their rooks. 18. nf5 bx f5, white sacrifices their knight to open up black's kingside. Black calmly captures with the bishop. 19. gx f5 kilograms 7, white's g-pawn advances, aiming for an attack on the kingside. Black moves their king to g7, solidifying their position. 20. rx h4 nx e4, white's rook moves to h4, eyeing the h7 pawn. Black responds with a tactical shot, sacrificing the knight to open up white's king. 21. rx h6 ng3, white captures the knight on e4, but black has a crushing response. The knight on g3 delivers a powerful check, forcing white's king to move. 22. qg2 qxd3, white's queen gives a powerful check, but black calmly responds by capturing the pawn on d3 with their bishop. And with that, reverse polarity dagger 6 resigns. A fantastic game filled with tactical fireworks. Remember, in chess, active piece play and creating threats are crucial elements. In this game, we witnessed a fascinating battle between two chess enthusiasts, and there's certainly a valuable lesson to be learned here. Lesson 1. Control the center and develop your pieces early. One of the fundamental principles of chess is controlling the center of the board and developing your pieces efficiently. In this game, white executed this principle exceptionally well. White played 1, f3, a move that may seem unusual but has the idea of supporting e4, the central pawn. As the game progressed, we saw white develop their pieces harmoniously. Pieces like the queen, bishops, and knights were activated in a coordinated manner, allowing for greater control of the board. Moves like 3, qb3, 4, kf2, and 10, kd1 demonstrate the importance of developing your pieces to their optimal squares. Lesson 2. Exploiting weaknesses and tactical opportunities. Another crucial lesson from this game is the importance of spotting tactical opportunities and weaknesses in your opponent's position. Black's 15, h6 was an attempt to prevent white from advancing with g4, but it created a weakness in the pawn structure around the king. White astutely capitalized on this weakness with 16, g4, creating threats against the black king's safety. Black's response, 16, g5, while understandable, led to further weaknesses around the king's shelter. White's 17, ng3 and 18, nf5 exploited these weaknesses, opening up avenues for a powerful attack. Lesson 3. Resignation. Understanding hopeless positions. As for why black resigned, it's essential to recognize when a position becomes nearly hopeless. By move 23, black's king was dangerously exposed, and white had a menacing attack brewing. The threat of qg2 check was imminent, and there were no meaningful counterattacks or defenses for black. This situation illustrates the importance of assessing the position and realizing when you are in a position from which you cannot recover. In summary, this game reminds us of the significance of center control, efficient piece development, and tactical awareness in chess. It also teaches us the importance of recognizing when a position is beyond recovery to avoid playing on in a hopeless situation. Wow! What a game that was! I hope you enjoyed every move and tactic as much as I did. If you've got a game you'd like me to analyze, don't hesitate to share it in the comments below. Your games could be featured in our next video. And of course, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our electrifying chess content. Until next time, keep those kings safe and those minds sharp. See you soon, chess fam.